Hi, it's Trish at Blazing Hoops with tonight's NBA picks and predictions for Friday, January 18th. Friday night's always really exciting in the NBA, but before I talk about my picks for tonight, I'm going to review my results from last night, which were amazing. Last night was an extremely fun night. It's always fun to watch your picks start to happen in real life. So my game of the day yesterday I want to highlight was the Sacramento Kings at the Charlotte Hornets. This was the game that if I was just going to bet one game yesterday, I would have bet this game. It's not glamorous or anything, it's not the Lakers, it's not, New York. It's just a game that had really great odds for Charlotte to win at home. And if you went ahead and put money on that, you won. So good for you. And a game that I was, kind of hesitant to predict this way was the Lakers at the Oklahoma City Thunder. LA ended up winning by 10, like way against the odds. So I was really happy about that pick, and it was just kind of a hunch I had based on how they've been playing lately. And I really thought like they're going to go in there and win this. They want to secure their playoff spot, and LeBron should be back anytime. And so the Lakers are going to be a different team, I think, in the second half of regular season play. All right, so now I'm going to go into the picks for tonight. First up tonight, we have the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Orlando Magic. I would stay away from this game. Orlando's at home. Brooklyn's definitely a stronger team. I do think Orlando will win this at home, but I would not bet this game. Next up, Memphis Grizzlies travel to Boston to take on the Celtics. Boston's heavily favored here, and they've been on fire lately. They just defeated Toronto the other night, so I would go with Boston on this and expect them to cover this spread. Next up, we have two of my favorite teams, Miami Heat, because I live in South Florida, traveling up to Detroit, which I'm from Michigan, to play the Pistons tonight. I do think Miami's going to take this. They're playing better than Detroit right now, and even though Detroit's at home, I think Miami is going up there with the intention of getting the win. So I'm predicting that they take it, but not by much. You might want to stay away from this game, but I'm pretty confident Miami will play this. Next up, this is kind of one of my games of the day, the San Antonio Spurs at the Minnesota Timberwolves. San Antonio's play is incredible right now. I do think they have a great chance of winning this by a great margin because they've been playing so well. Minnesota is at home. That gives them a slight advantage, meaning it could go either way, but I heavily favor San Antonio to take this. Next up, the Cleveland Cavaliers travel out west to play the Utah Jazz. Utah should take this by a landslide. However, I've noticed sometimes at, the fourth quarter when teams have a heavy lead, they do some bench time. So once the bench gets in there, the lead dwindles a little bit. It just depends on the teams and the night and the game and the refs and all kinds of factors. I would stay away from this game because of all of that. I do believe Utah will win this game, but whether or not they're going to cover this incredibly large point spread, I don't really have that confidence. Next up, this is my game of the day. This is my number one game of the day. New Orleans Pelicans at the Portland Trailblazers. I think Portland wins this easily. They're a much stronger team, and I think they win it by a lot more than the point spread odds are as they stand right now. The final game of the night is one of the most exciting games. The Golden State Warriors have a 6-game win streak going. Can they make it 7 games? I don't know. They're going to take on the Clippers tonight, and we'll find out. I'm predicting that they're going to, and I actually made a prediction earlier in the week that the Toronto Raptors were going to turn their 5-game win streak into a 6-game win streak, and that did not happen. They lost that game. So that might very well happen tonight. Golden State might not. It's against the odds that they're going to win 7 games in a row, but they are playing so well. They're on fire, and they're 8-2 in their last 10 contests. My money would go on them tonight to win this by at least 10 points against the Clippers and cover the spread. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Enjoy the NBA action tonight.